Good morning and welcome to the most transparent and honest manifesting content you will find on the internet. My name is Kristi. We are taking the woo-woo out of manifesting. On my channel, we do vlog style manifesting content, and you will learn how to use law of assumption in your day-to-day life from a PA who got her medical degree from Yale and also has mastered the use of law of assumption and changed every aspect of her life. So thank you for stopping by. I know you're gonna get a lot out of this channel. First thing we're gonna do this morning is we're going to an orthodontist appointment. I wore braces as a kid, but the retainer that they gave me aggravated my gums, so I stopped wearing it, so some of my teeth have shifted, and so I'm going to a consultation with the orthodontist just to see how much and how long it would take to perfect my teeth again. I am not married to an outcome for this. I am curious about it, so we're gonna go see. That's the one that has shifted, but it's so minor. Like, I'm really not bothered by it, but it has shifted more and more over the years, and so I don't want it to get to the point where I am bothered by it. So we're gonna see what that would entail. If Invisalign type product is gonna be short enough of a process and affordable enough, given that my teeth are already really straight, then I'll go with that because I'm a musician. I play instruments both professionally and as a hobby, and so I want minimal interruption to that activity as possible. All right, so I'm gonna do skincare and get ready to go to this appointment. First thing I'm gonna do is my brows. I'm going in with the Combat Gel Brow. I really like this product. It's the only thing that I have found that does a really nice job of holding my brows all day without them being like a crunchy mess. But I have found it works best if I do it before my skincare. Look at my sad mirror. So it's mirror on one side and then the mirror broke on the other side. So let's talk intentions for this orthodontist appointment. What outcome do I want from this appointment? To be honest, I really don't know what to expect for orthodontist prices. I have not priced it, and I had braces in like 1998. So obviously that was over 20 years ago. Yikes. All right, we're gonna let those set. Let those set and dry before we go in with pencil. And while we're doing that, I'm experimenting with daily lip color using lip stains. So today's lip color lip stain is gonna be Wonder Skin, and the shade is XOXO. It's the lightest shade that they offer. Most of these are pretty bright though. So we'll see. I'm going for a pretty light wash with these. I don't want to be heavy-handed. I don't want a really dark color. I just want my natural lip color to be enhanced. All right, I think we can go in with eyebrows now. Onyx Storm came out yesterday. I started reading that. I love the cast of characters. I love the world. What I will say, I didn't really have an issue with Rebecca Yarros's writing until this one, because these books are, in my mind, to be read for fun and for giggles and for entertainment. So I didn't have any problems with her writing. Until this one, she has a lot of group scenes, and the last books had group scenes too, but like I could understand what was going on in the group scenes, who was talking to who, what was going on, but the group scenes so far in Onyx Storm, I'm just like, what is happening? Who are you talking to? Who is talking? And what conclusions am I supposed to draw about this? It's a little confusing. However, that will not be deterring me from finishing the book and most likely loving it. All right, not my best brows ever, but they are good enough for what we're doing today. All right, next thing I'm gonna do my Dr. Dennis Gross Daily Universal Peel. One of the most consistent manifestations I have affirmed for is that I am aging backward. I look younger every day. And I learned about the law of assumption around 2021. So it's been about 4 years that I've been using this now. And that was one of my very first assumptions that I wanted to believe in. That one and getting my dream body is easy and effortless for me. Because at the time that I learned about law of assumption, I was over 120 pounds obese. 80 of those pounds had come from binge eating and PTSD from a sexual assault that I experienced. And I was deeply unhappy in my life. All of that trauma weight is gone, and my dream body is coming to me every day. That is manifesting, like that has come true. And then the aging backward part, I became interested in skincare. I started wearing sunblock every day. Like, the manifestations can happen both with and without your 3D being any sort of part of it. With the daily peel, you're supposed to put the peel on and then leave it for 2 minutes before you neutralize it with the other cloth. All of my anti-aging affirmations have led me to skincare that works well. You know, I'm a PA, so I'm familiar with skincare ingredients, and I seek out which ones to use, and I do a good job of taking care of my skin. And also, when you tell your body to repair itself, it takes that as an instruction and it sets to work. I have healed myself of medical problems using repetition and affirmations. And so whenever I get a health problem, I focus on being grateful that it's gone. All right, perfect, nice and neutralized, good to go. All right, and I am being a little too slow for my 8:30 appointment, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish my skincare off camera, and then we will chat. I will tell you what the outcome was. One last thing before I go. This is the lip shade. Hold on. Does that look the same? No. It doesn't look the same because it's not the same. Oh, Wonder Skin. It's fine, but it is not, and I don't like it. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna go to my appointment now. So I'm walking home from my ortho consult. It went great. They said that I could get the smile that I want in as little as 3 months, but as many as 6 months, which is great. I was hoping that it would be less than 6 months because I'm a grown-up and I have things to do. I don't want to be wearing prosthetics for very long. It is $2,400, but they are waiting to see if I get any insurance benefit. I have no idea if my insurance covers anything with this, so we will see. But overall, it went well. So I'm just gonna take a look and see what my insurance will cover, if anything, and then make my decision from there. All right, I am back from my orthodontist appointment, and it is tirzepatide time. It's Wednesday morning, and that is the day that I do my tirzepatide shot for the week. So we will get that together. And for our big manifesting topic for this video, I want to talk about discipline and consistency and what that means and why I think that that's problematic for some folks when you're trying to make your life better. We are indoctrinated into this idea that discipline and consistency is a behavioral set of actions. It's a behavioral choice. And I want to argue that the only discipline and consistency that you need is discipline and consistency of thinking thoughts that are favorable to the outcome you want and to the identity that you would rather have. Because all of our behaviors, this is studied and this is known, all of our daily behaviors that we do not think about come from our set of beliefs about ourselves and the world around us and the people in it. And if you rely on willpower and trying to discipline your actions on a day-to-day basis in order to have the outcomes that you want, that will eventually fail if you are not working on becoming a different identity inside. The only thing that I focus on in terms of discipline and consistency is being disciplined about the self-concept that I affirm. For example, with weight loss, I have lost weight all sorts of ways. I have been regimented in my exercise and I have done no exercise. There are so many ways to lose weight. When I learned about the law of assumption and decided to start manifesting weight loss, that is when I started losing more weight than I had ever lost before, that I've been more consistent about keeping it off than ever before. And it is not because I did anything particularly different in my 3D reality to make that happen. It is because I spend every single day affirming for the identity that weight loss is effortless for me and that the opportunities and resources that I need to lose the weight that I want to lose are effortlessly available to me. Once I started doing this, the weight started falling off of me. Now, you could blame things in my 3D for that. I think that that is a mistake. So for example, the first 50 pounds that I lost, I didn't do anything that I had done in the past with the intention of weight loss. What happened was my 3D world aligned where I needed a job, and I got a job working as a server at a restaurant. And I went from a very sedentary lifestyle to a very active lifestyle, walking between 17 to 20,000 steps during a shift in a very short period of time, and the weight started falling off. Now you could say, oh, well, it's because you were walking more and you were probably eating less. Yes, that was all the consequence of the identity where the opportunities I need to have the result that I want come to me. Likewise, after the first 50 pounds, I was again looking for a job as a PA this time, and the opportunity to work at a weight loss clinic came up. I had already lost 100 pounds many years ago to be able to join the Army, so working with the patient population that needs to lose weight felt very close to me and very dear to my heart. And I was very interested in that position. I didn't know what medications were being used at the time to help with weight loss, but I knew that it was medically assisted weight loss. So I got that job and I started working at a time when GLP-1 therapy was now allowed to be compounded and distributed from that way. The only way that I was able to utilize GLP-1 therapy was because that opportunity for that job came into my field of vision at a time when I needed the job. And that was what allowed me to lose the remainder of my weight. So you could argue like, well, yeah, the GLP-1 did it. Yeah, sure. But the identity that I work on every single day is what gave me the ability to see the opportunities that were in front of me as an avenue for both the financial aspect of what I needed and the aspect of weight loss that I was looking for, which was to continue my weight loss and get rid of all the trauma weight from the sexual assault and continue to lose even more weight than that. And so I would argue that the most important aspect of discipline that you could ever implement is disciplining your thoughts, and the actions will naturally follow. The embodiment will naturally follow the identity shift. If you work on the activities and the behaviors without an identity shift, it is going to be in conflict the whole time, and eventually your identity will win out. When we talk about free will and manifesting, a lot of people get it wrong. We are slaves to our set of beliefs, period. The brain has been studied and we understand this. 90% of our behaviors throughout the day are automatic and a result of our daily beliefs. So the only thing that you have free will over is your thoughts and your ability to change your identity and your beliefs with your chosen thoughts. If you approach it from that standpoint, you will never struggle with discipline again a day in your life, because the identity that you cultivate with your thoughts will not struggle with the discipline necessary to behave as that identity, because it is the natural consequence of being it. So I'm going to take my tirzepatide now, and we are going to get the rest of this day started. I am down 15 pounds since getting back on the tirzepatide. Let's go ahead and we'll do our shot together. You do not need gloves for this. We will let this dry. Do not blow. If you ever need to use alcohol to sterilize an area, do not blow on it with your mouth. That's gross. Let it air dry. There are far fewer bacteria in the ambient air than there are in your mouth that you are blowing directly onto it. All right, there we go. Shot is done. Boom. All set. Y'all, I had the most interesting experience at work this morning, and I want to tell you about it. It was bananas. So I'm a PA, and I do medical exams for people who are seeking disability. And sometimes these are really long exams. Like, they have claimed that a lot of medical conditions are going on that are contributing to a disability. One of my patients this morning had claimed high blood pressure, among many other things. He's my only patient today, so it was a big enough case like that they only scheduled him with me today. That's the only thing I had to do today, was examine him. And so when I got to work this morning, I was looking through his claimed conditions and looking through his stuff, and I saw that he had claimed hypertension, and I was like, okay. And then my mind started thinking, like, you know, we aren't supposed to complete exams if the person's blood pressure at the appointment is too high. Like, if you are if you have a blood pressure that puts you at risk for a stroke, we're not supposed to examine you. We're supposed to refer you to the emergency room or to your primary care or to somewhere that can actually provide some medical treatment, because we don't do that at my office. We only assess for disabilities. So I messaged one of my coworkers. I was like, have you ever stopped an exam or not completed an exam because somebody's blood pressure was too high? And so we were talking about it, and I was like, I haven't seen my patient for today. I don't know what his blood pressure is. I was just wondering, what, if anything, have you done in that situation? And so we talked about it for a minute, and then my patient comes in, he gets his vitals taken. My medical assistant gives me the form with the vitals on it. And sure enough, his blood pressure is very concerningly high enough that we had to sit down and have a talk about it. Like, here's your options, here's what we need to do. And we ended up deciding to continue with the exam because he was asymptomatic. He was on blood pressure medication, but obviously not well controlled. So it's, more likely than not that his blood pressure, he's just kind of walking around with that blood pressure, which isn't great, but also means that your body's a little bit used to it at that point, and, you're not at immediate risk for stroking out on my exam table. I thought that was so crazy. Like, did I predict that? How did that? I don't know. I love it when things like this happen because it's so interesting. It's almost like I knew in advance that it was going to happen. That happens to me sometimes when I have these really long exams. I don't usually I love my job. I'm very thankful for my job, but I don't like doing the long exams because a lot of times they're really long and involved, and I don't get to take a break during the day. I like to even just rest my brain, kind of a break. They're long, involved exams. So they're not my favorite thing to do. And for a while, I could feel it in the morning on my way to work that I would have one of these really long exams. It was like I just somehow knew. I don't check my schedule in advance because knowing in advance what's supposed to happen gives me anxiety. So I just don't do that. It doesn't benefit anybody for me to, and it gives me anxiety. So I just, show up to work at the time I show up, and then I deal with the day as it comes. And so I could just tell sometimes that I was going to have one of these really long exams. The sunshine is bananas right now. I've never had a premonition that anybody's vitals were going to turn out a certain way, or that anybody's physical exam was going to do anything weird. And so today that happened, and I love calling attention to it, because when you focus on something, your brain will find more of it for you. And I would love to think that I have premonitions and precognition. That sounds super fun to me. But anyways, has this ever happened to you? Have you ever basically predicted something was going to happen, or had some sort of foreshadowing premonition? I'm really curious. I think it's such an interesting phenomenon. I would love it if you commented your experience so we can all draw from it. I'm on my way home right now, and I need to do my lashes tonight, so I'm going to take you with me for a new lash application when we get home. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we are back, and it's time to do some lashes. I have already prepped my eyes. Everything is ready to go, and I wanted to show you the lashes that I'm gonna pick for today. We're gonna do these ones here. These are the eye lines, but they're bold. So you can kind of see between the two of these. These ones are eye lines, but they're the regular eye lines. Let me come over here. These ones are the regular eye lines the first time they came out, and then these ones are the newer, bolder, longer eye lines. And so we're gonna do those. The difference between the silver and the black is that the silver is one full lash application, and the black is only one size. So it's multiple lash applications of just one size, and this is multiple sizes with just one application. So this is the Edge X collaboration. First thing we must do is apply adhesive. This is the Lashify Bondage. Does y'all's mouth want to automatically pop open whenever you do mascara or lashes? I almost there is very little I can do to help it. If I'm not talking, my mouth wants to open. Why? What is that? Why? I think my brain instinctively thinks that it'll separate my eyes more by pulling this skin down. I don't know. It sure looks silly on the camera though, but cannot be helped. Now, in previous lash applications, I've started from the outer corner and worked my way in, but there are 7 lash clusters. They're clusters, they're not clumps. There are 7 lash clusters, and I don't think all 7 will fit across my eye. So I'm gonna start in the inner corner and work my way out, because I may be leaving off the last one. I know I can get, oh, there's not 7, there's there's 6. I know I can get 5 across. I don't know if I can get 6. We shall see. And then I just put on the Whisper Light Flexible Bond, which is white in color, and it goes on white so that you can see it over the black, but then it dries clear just for some extra stickum. They call that the frosting method, I guess because the white looks like frosting. All right, probably things are dry enough that I can begin. Let's see. That feels so very unnatural to do the inner corner first. It's okay, we got this. We can do this. I'm gonna alternate back and forth so that I don't have to stay up until midnight finishing my lashes. Yeah, it's like 9:15. Tomorrow I have a gig. If you follow football, you may know the Washington Commanders have been doing pretty good this season, and we are in the playoffs this weekend. I'm in the marching band for the Washington Commanders, and we are doing like a traveling mobile pep rally around Washington, D.C. And I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We did one last weekend for the AFC NFC championship game weekend. We did one of those around DC and had a blast. We had the mascot Tuddy with us, and we had members of the dance team, the command force, and we're doing another one this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. But I got to have lashes. Like, I can't be looking scruffy, you know? Like, I can't be looking scruffy when there's gonna be cameras and film crew and news outlets and such. I gotta be looking cute, you know? So we gotta freshen up the lashes. And I wish I could take you with me to vlog, but like, A, they have really strict rules about media and social media, and B, I'm gonna be playing music the whole time. Like, I'm not gonna be able to probably even, I don't know. If I can catch some videos on my phone that are cute and fun, then I will. Let's go for number 2. I like to do these slightly overlapping. There's 2. 2 on the left. Let's do the right. Got 2 on the right. Let's get it going. Ooh, that one went well. 3 on the left. I don't know, maybe I'll be able to fit all 6 on here. That would be cool, nice and dramatic, just like... Oh, and if you've been wanting to try Lashify, I do have a coupon code in the description box. You get 20% off, so go check that out. I really, really love Lashify. I've been using them since... When did I start? Like April, maybe? April of 2024, so coming up on a year, not too far from now. About 9 months, I guess. And I feel like it would take a lot to get me to go back to mascara. I am not a mascara girly. And this particular style is meant to give like a cat eye sort of like wing. That's why it's called eyeliner. I, the letter, not I-E-Y-E, but eyeliner, the letter, so that it looks like a nice winged liner effect. I like this style a lot. Honestly, the only styles that I've found that I don't really care for have been the really like wispy and like natural looking ones. I feel like if I wanted to be natural with my lashes, I would just go with my natural lashes. I want drama with my lashes. Oh, and in other news, in the Princess Treatment Diaries, things with Boo Bear are going well. He is treating me very much like a princess. We had some conversations on our last date, and he's already asking me to be exclusive. I say already, it's been like, we've seen each other like maybe 5 dates, so it's been like a month or a little bit more, and he's asking me to be exclusive, which I am not doing. I'm not gonna be anybody's girlfriend ever again. I'm somebody's wife, thank you very much, and I'm gonna date until such time as I get engaged. You know, we discussed that or whatever, and he understands where I'm coming from, and he's supportive of that, and he gets it, and he's not trying to pressure me into anything, so that's nice. But also, he sent me a text message today, and he was like, hey, I'm going to the grocery store, or like, hey, I'm going to BJ's, get me a list of what groceries you need, and I'll pick them up for you and drop them off at your house. Excuse me? I have never had a man offer to get me groceries. Now, there's a specific reason why he's offering to go shopping for me that has to do with my PTSD, and we talked about that a little bit. But just the fact that we had a conversation about something that was personal and vulnerable to me, and he is seeking solutions by offering to bring me groceries. The Princess Treatment Diaries are princess treatmenting. Ah! No! So close to not having any incidents. Oh, okay. How do I avoid disaster here? It's gonna be tough. I think I ran out of lashes on this side. Let's see if I can find any more that are hiding. I can coat the one real good. I tell you what, all those affirmations that I've done for the last 3 years since I learned about law of assumption that I'm spoiled rotten, they manifesting. And if you cringed at the sound of 3 years, you need to mature in manifesting, because time does not matter. Will it take you 3 years to get the things that you want? Oh no, it's you. Did it take me 3 years to get everything I wanted? No. It definitely hasn't. Some things manifest instantly. Some things have taken a little bit longer. None of that matters. Once you stop getting hung up on time, your manifesting journey is going to be so much fun. Almost nothing needs to be manifested on a timeline. The only urgency is what you give it. All right, left is all done. Look at her. Cat wing. Okay. Ooh, that nice cat eye. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Did I already put? I don't think I did. All right, we're going to let that dry a little bit. While we're letting that dry, I'm so glad that you're here watching. The only discipline and consistency that you need is with your thoughts. Your actions are a direct manifestation of your beliefs. And so if you get your beliefs in line and your identities in line with whatever it is that you want to be, then your actions will reflect that, and you will not have to rely on willpower or motivation to do the things that you want to do in your life. All right, last one. Perfect. Look at that. Oh my God, I love them. Oh, they're so dramatic and so pretty. All right, now we gotta fuse them to my lashes. What manifesting topics would you like me to discuss in future videos? I'm very interested in discussing what you want to understand better, because I've been doing this for so long now that I don't remember how I felt or what questions I had when I didn't think I understood how to interpret whether or not I was good at manifesting. And like, obviously the answer is to affirm that you're good at manifesting, right? But obviously gaining an understanding of how to do this well is a pretty big key. Now we have to waterproof them. Where can you see it? You need like a black background. Yeah, it's got like this little white poof ball at the end and a spoolie. I honestly don't know what's the right way to use it, so I use the white ball to get my basically like the water line, not my water line, but the water line of the lashes, and then the spoolie to just run through the lashes. Hope that's right. I mean, it seems to be working well enough. My lashes tend to last for about a week, which is perfect. All right, so we are all done. What do you think? I love how dramatic they are. I'm obsessed. Anyways, so we are gonna stop this vlog here. Thank you so much for watching the video. I know you got value out of this, so be sure to like, comment, interact, subscribe, so that YouTube knows that this is valuable, and they will push the content out to more people who know we need to take the woo-woo out of manifesting. And it is my goal to monetize by the end of March 2025, and so your participation in that will be greatly appreciated. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next vlog. Bye.